Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone Challenge Mode video. And on this video, this is all about getting to the Rep Level 6 in the quest for getting to the Founder rank. Now what does this mean exactly? At the very start, when you first open up the challenges, you will see on the top right hand side of the screen that you start on Reputation Level 1. Now all of these challenges have various scores that you have to achieve, and they're graded in terms of bronze, silver and gold. Not only this, but every challenge comes with a series of sub-challenges which are also graded in terms of bronze, silver and gold as to what is required in order to get them. And when you achieve all of these things, whether it be your scores or the sub-challenge requirements, you will earn reputation points. And these reputation points are required in order to advance your reputation level in the challenges. They go all the way up to level 6, and you actually see beside the reputation level up there on the top right what's required to get to the next particular level. In this case you require 9,000 reputation points. Now, what are the use of the reputation points, you might be asking? Well, this is the whole crux of the entire video, because not only do the reputation points allow you to unlock characters, which, truth be told, is not that important on this video at all, especially as one of the best you can unlock extremely early, but you can unlock rings. And these rings give you some tremendous advantages when taking on the Days Gone challenges. So in a nutshell folks, this entire video is going to show you all how to get from Reputation Level 1 all the way to Reputation Level 6 in the easiest way possible. Thus unlocking all of the rings and to their maximum benefits that you can get from them. So to get the show on the road, I'm going to be starting with the challenge called Survive. Now, I'm not going to point out what I require yet, because the first thing that I've got to do, because it's the first time I've ever played this challenge, I've got to get the character killed. And I'm not exaggerating folks, this is essential, because on the second run I am looking to activate a hidden bonus. And if you try to activate this hidden bonus on the very first run, you simply will not get it. Simple as. So, just need to get, in this case, Deacon killed, because you don't have the choice of any other character. And very amusingly, you actually get your first patch, even though you have done nothing for it. So moving on to run number 2. This is where it all gets interesting. Now, I am actually going for one of the sub-challenges, and it is called Silent Night. It requires you to get 6 stealth kills in order to get the bonus for it. But not only will I get the bonus for the Silent Night in taking it out to a gold standard, and this requires 6 kills, but I will also then, once I get myself killed, activate the hidden bonus, which is called Hitman. This particular bonus is available on, well, actually available on every challenge, but there's only a certain few challenges where we even know how this bonus is activated. Thankfully, this one I am very aware of, and I've got a gent by the name of Lucas Knight to thank for this, because he was the gent that actually discovered this particular bonus. I'm just showing how to use this bonus to full effect. Now, after taking out the first 2, which were very easy affairs, the next 3 that you get, you will have noticed I've not tried to shoot at them or kill them in any way, shape or form, apart from going for stealth kills. And I'm very lucky here, that guy amazingly hasn't seen me. So I'm just waiting for that triangle prompt every single time in order to activate a stealth kill. Now, if you happen to get seen, don't worry about it, just run away, just try and lose line of sight if you possibly can, and then you will get another chance. Because it doesn't matter where you're hiding, the marauders will always eventually come over to your position. Honestly, they have a sixth sense on this particular challenge. But right now, this one is just making things a little bit easier for me. So that is 5 out of the 6 taken care of. Just one more to go. You don't have to worry on this particular challenge. There is no time limit. You really can. Sometimes this can all be done in about 2 to 2.5 minutes. Sometimes it takes longer. Don't worry about it. But the one thing I am slightly concerned of here is that they, well, I thought they knew my exact position. But going off that Molotov throw, I'm not 100% convinced. They know I'm roughly over here. Oh god, they're going with another one. Okay. That settles it. They do know where I am. So from here, I'm moving on to the next position. Want to get into here. And unfortunately, I've been seen. That's no problem. I just move on to the next area. Up here. This will do. Yep, I've broken the line of sight with them. So they should no longer know exactly where I am here. And all I have to do now is to wait for the last marauder. Doesn't matter which one, as long as I get that 6th stealth kill. What I normally do is I just wait. When they start to get close, I start to actually button mash the triangle button. So as soon as it appears on screen, that's it, I will get the stealth kill. Now, very important, this last part, just let them kill you, but do not let them choke you out. If one of them actually grabs you and starts choking you, get out of it. Because I've seen that actually destroy the bonus. If they're taking you out like this, all great. And just watch this at the very end. You've seen it very briefly there, but a 6,000 point bonus comes up for the Hitman Challenge, and that gives you a silver score. So, fantastic. Now, also, when you get the scores on these particular challenges, you do unlock patches. One which you just seen there. But honestly, there is only one challenge where the patch is of great use in showing what I'm going to be doing, or helping what I'm going to be doing. And it's this very challenge that I'm about to take on. I'm going to unlock one of the best characters in the game, Ricky, and the sub-challenges I'm going to be taking care of are Camp Ghost and Berserk. As well as this, I expect to get the gold score on this challenge, which is 25,000 points. Now, this is how you take care of this challenge in the easiest way possible. This is one of the few times where I encourage you to pick up all of the items. In fact, one of the items is essential because it's scrap, and it is one of the components required in making residue bolts. As well as this, you need cedar sapling, which I'm always looking to collect, just so that I can keep going with residue bolts. Now, for anyone who is unfamiliar with these residue bolts, when you shoot any of the marauders with these, they become under the influence and they will start shooting at everybody. Now, this is the hardest shot in the entire game. That armoured guy, and he is covered pretty much in head to toe with armour, you have to make sure that the shot is round about the thigh area. Do that, you will get him every single time. Now, I head over here because that area has nest residue. And for the rest of this entire challenge, all I'm looking to do, up until a certain point, is to hit any easy targets that present themselves. So, I'm heading around here. And by the way, you can see a timer on screen. Do not worry about it. This particular method is not time dependent. So again, it just takes all the pressure off yourself. You can just go about this and take as long as it takes. The time, eventually, once the time gets to 6 minutes, that's it. Any bonuses that you might have got from doing this challenge quickly will be gone for that particular sub-challenge, but that particular sub-challenge is not required at all. It's also quite a difficult one if you're trying to do this camp very quickly. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't have a problem with this, but a lot of other people most certainly would. So I'm making sure that I'm showing ways that the masses can do this. Now, very important. That area there, that is a section where eventually a flamethrower guy will appear from, because it is a bunker. When he does appear, you don't have to worry about him. You'll never see him. But right now, yeah, another opportunity has presented itself there. And you always know when you've hit one of these marauders. As you can see, they have that blue diamond above their head, which makes it very clear that they are under the influence. And of course, when they are under the influence, they cannot alert the camp of your presence. And that is one of the main sub-challenges that I'm looking to get taken care of here. Now, I think it's 26 that you have in total in this camp of marauders. You have to take out 25 of them without alerting the camp. But doing it this way, you won't have a problem. Now, this one has presented itself, so do you know what? Screw it. Especially as he is carrying a melee weapon. These guys can do a lot of damage. There is another one that is armoured from the waist upwards, who, if you can get under the influence of Residue Bolt, is insane. He can get a lot of kills for you. Now, I'm not looking to take out this entire camp with Residue Bolts, but I do want to make sure that I have at least 13 kills attributed to Residue Bolts. And right now, just to the right of my actual main score, you can see 7 of 13. That is what's showing me right now how many Residue Bolt kills I have managed to get. Now, every time that you hit one of these marauders with a Residue Bolt, guaranteed you're going to get one kill from the Residue Bolts, because the poison of the Residue Bolts is guaranteed to kill that particular marauder. But if they happen to kill somebody else while they're under the influence, then yes, your total keeps rising for the Residue Bolt kills. And the sub-challenge is called Berserk, by the way. And right now, I can actually see... Or actually, no, I tell a lie. I thought it was the main guy that I was after. He's not actually appeared yet. I'm not sure where he is, because he normally resides in this top section. But that's okay. It's not a problem. Eventually, when I get this camp to low enough numbers, I will be getting rid of the crossbow, and I will be picking up a BFG. And I'll be making sure after that that I get a suppressor for it. Now, there we go. The marauder there that just threw a Molotov, that is the one that I'm wanting to get under the influence of a Residue Bolt, ideally. Because he will get you a lot of kills. Now, this isn't actually an easy shot, and it's got to be below the waist in order for this to stick. That's it. I'll go for the shot here. Brilliant. A slight risk with that one, because if you do miss the shot, there is a possibility that he might alert the camp. But you do potentially have the chance to get another shot away, and if you manage to get him hit before he alerts the camp, then all well and good. But right now, I'm just going to let this guy do his thing. I will get ready to enter the camp fairly soon. But just going to check out what's over here. Because the hut just to my right here is where the suppressor is for the BFG. So I just want to make sure that the way over there is fairly clear. And it's looking that way. Now, before entering this camp here properly, do watch, there is a noise trap right there. Just make sure to cut that. And then from here, I'm looking to pick up the cedar sapling. Now, I'm going to pick up here as well, because that is the last lot of nest residue that you can get your hands on. And I'm just waiting for a second. I want to see how many kills I'm going to have remaining by the time all this is played out. Because normally, once I get to single figures, I usually tend to look to get the BFG into play. But at this moment, I do have 8 still to take out. And you ideally want to have around 4 to 6 of them left before going for the BFG. So I am just going to take the time just to be super safe. Yep, there we go. That one is under the influence. So do you know what? I'm guaranteed that I'm going to end up with 7 kills remaining here, because that one now is dead. It's a death wish as soon as they get hit with a residue bolt. So now I'm going for the BFG. Now, if you are using the BFG without a suppressor, do make sure that you're in a part of the camp where there is virtually nobody around. If there is at least 2 or 3 marauders nearby when you fire the BFG without a suppressor, guaranteed you're going to alert the camp. And I'm so close to actually getting this done here. In fact, I made a slight mistake before. I said there was 26 in this camp. There's not, there's 25. But you need to take out 24 of them in order to ensure that you get the gold requirement for the Camp Ghost sub-challenge. But there we go. Now I've got the suppressor. You do have to be a little bit more wary at this point, because now, as you can see, it's daytime. So you're a lot easier seen than what you were at the beginning of this challenge. And you will notice all of these items, all of these dead marauders, there's so many items that I can pick up. I'm not touching them. I am leaving them for very good reason, because at the very end of this challenge, that is my insurance policy that I will be able to get the gold score for this challenge very easily. So the last 4 are all going to be over in this area, I would imagine. Now, I always look to leave 1 of the marauders remaining, and I always like to make sure that he's over in that area by where the sniper normally resides. Now, I can already see there's 3 of them. In fact, I've just actually glimpsed the 4th as well. So he's going to get taken out of the picture, and I'm going to take out 2 of the other 3. I do not want to take out all 3 of these too quickly here, because I am not at the required target score for this challenge, which, as I mentioned earlier, is 25,000 points. But I will get it. So that will do. I'll go for the main sniper himself. He's the biggest threat. In fact, he's almost got a read on me there. But that's it. There's 1 marauder left. Yeah, he's noticed something, but when you get down to the last marauder remaining, it doesn't matter. You've already got the gold requirements for the Camp Ghost sub-challenge. And this now is where it all gets very easy, because you can see I'm a few thousand points shy of getting that 25,000. That is what all of these items are now for. I'm just going to start to ramp up the multiplier. And there is a great number of items that you can get your hands on, whether it's looting the marauders, picking up plants, picking up these items, and I'm just going to keep going. You have survival vision as well at your disposal here on this challenge, so use it. It will show you where all of the items that you can pick up are. And you might be thinking, well, the multiplier is not going up very quickly, so it might be difficult to maintain. Well, that's simply not the case. This particular challenge factors in that you're not going to be super quick at picking all the things up as quickly as this, because normally, obviously, there are marauders to contend with. But when you've cleared out the camp entirely, yeah, you don't have to worry about losing that multiplier. You're picking up the items far quicker than this multiplier is ever going to give way on you for. So, yeah, you do move a little bit slower in the water sections, obviously, but that's okay. Now, truth be told, I could actually go over there now and take up the last Marauder, because there is another bonus that I will guarantee to get because I've taken no damage, and that would get me 2,500 points at the very end. But for anyone that might have taken damage, even if it's not from a Marauder, you might have accidentally stumbled into a bear trap, because there's quite a number of those on this camp, then you would require to get 25,000 points. And this is something else to show. All the items in the top left section here, anything that you craft around here, whether it's the bandages or the focus cocktails, they all contribute as well towards your multiplier. And as you can see now, I've fulfilled all the requirements. I've hit the 25,000 point mark. The only reason I'm continuing here is to show potentially what you can actually get, because there's still a great number of other items to pick up. Yeah, I've actually missed a couple of items there as well, but it's all good. There we go. And that is it, job done. 2 of the sub-challenges taken out to a gold standard, and as well as this, secured the gold score. That will get me a fantastic amount of rep points. And there we go, I've got confirmation already. That is me up to a new reputation level. As well as that, the gold patch for this particular challenge. And this is one of the few challenges that really is beneficial for a few of the others. Especially keep them safer and reload. And these are challenges that I will be taking care of. But, moving on. Now that I've got what I want from that particular challenge, I'm moving on to Dead Don't Ride. And for this particular one, I'm looking for a full house. Now, the best way that I can describe to anyone to complete this the way that I do is to watch every time when I'm picking up a passenger and then dropping them off and then pausing the video and doing exactly what I do. I totally get that everyone that's going to be playing this, not that many people are actually going to be familiar with the routes that I take and whatnot. It's a little bit different for myself because I've played this challenge rather a lot. And also, truth be told, this is actually my old run route that I use in order to complete these particular sub-challenges, as well as get the gold score. The gold score for this particular challenge is 80,000 points, and as well as this, the sub-challenges are all based on a number of things. One of the sub-challenges requires you to knock over and kill 20 swarmers, and there's more than enough of those to get this job done. Another one of the sub-challenges requires you to get 9 happy drop-offs. And again, this isn't actually that difficult an ask. And the last sub-challenge is all based on 4 of the longest journeys that you can take a passenger on. And you recognize all of these ones because they are inside a red circle. Let's say at the moment, these ones that I'm picking up are all moderately short ones. Now, the last sub-challenge that I've not mentioned is all about close pickups. Every time you look to pick up a passenger, you just have to make sure that you are close to the person. So the perfect example is coming up next. You'll have seen it with some of the other runs that I've been doing so far here. But this one right here, want to get close, you'll see there, close pickup is in place, and you require 12 of those. Now, at this point, I'm just following a route that I know very well. And on this particular one here, you have the chance of taking out 4 swarmers. And I am actually going to turn the cart round here. Again, this next one right over here, just want to get nice and close. And this will keep me on track for what I want to do. Now, there is another swarmer up there. You don't need to worry about going for that one. There is plenty more that you can get your hands on. But just moving through the sub-challenges nicely here. Again, another one there. That's another close pickup. A very short drop-off here. And I'm actually going to take a slightly different route to what I sometimes do. Just because that is just a little bit easier. And I probably don't need to point this out, but every time the drop-off area is always in a blue circle. But here we go. This is going to be the first of the 4 long journeys that I need to make. Now, worth noting on these particular ones, you don't even have to get the person over there with a happy drop-off. It can be a neutral, it can even be unhappy, as long as you make the drop-off. But there is a couple of swarmers up here, and I don't believe I missed that one, but never mind. But just going to get up here, and that will take care of that one nicely. Now, I'm clearly daydreaming when I pick up this next one, because I don't actually get close to them, so I've wasted an opportunity of a close pickup there, but never mind. There is a swarmer up here. If you have the chance to hit him, do so. Now, heading up here and then just swing the cart round. That will do nicely. Now, en route to the next pickup point, there is a swarmer just over this bridge section here. You only get one shot at getting that one, so do make sure that you get him. And so far, I've got 14 of the 20 required. Now on this next drop-off, there is another swarmer to look out for. I'm even slowing down just to make sure that I actually get that one. So at this point, I've already taken care of one of the sub-challenges, and that is the happy drop-offs. Now this one is inside a red circle, so again, this is going to contribute towards one of the 4 journeys that I have to make from anybody that I'm picking up inside a red circle. This is the quickest way to get it done. Can be a little bit tricky to find that gap, but there is a swarmer there to take out as well. And then thanks, man. I just like to swing the cart round because there is another swarmer right there. And this one here, I will make sure that I get in close. So right now, I've only got 3 more pickups, I should say, where I have to get close to the person.
Ever done something like this?
And I will take care of one of those right here. Again, another swarmer there. Even if I didn't have 18 at this stage, I wouldn't be too worried. And yeah, I've hit another swarmer en route to this one, because there is a bridge section that I'm going to be coming up to fairly soon that has another 4 swarmers that you can hit. So again, I made sure that I was close for that pickup, and of course this one being a pickup from within a red circle means it's one of the long journeys. I've already got 2 of them taken care of. This will be the 3rd. And there we go. Now, the next one, do make sure you are at full speed when going on that jump there, because if you are not, you will end up in trouble. But right now, I need to turn this around, and these 4 that are here, I expect normally to get at least 2 of them. There's another one up this hill if you can actually get them. I missed them there, but don't worry about that. Now, I only require 1 more pickup from close range, and there we go. That will get the job done. In fact, that has got virtually everything taken care of here. I will hit the gold score as soon as I've dropped off this next passenger. guaranteed, because I'm virtually at 80,000. But of course, the one thing that I don't have in place yet is the fourth drop-off from a long distance shot. Well, sorry, no, I have that now. In fact, I have everything in place here, but I'm going to go on for another few drop-offs, just in case you've been following what I've been doing, but you've maybe not got everything done quite right, or maybe you're not quite at the same score as I am.
Yes.
Because these next 3 drop-offs here will give you more points, will give you more chance of close pickups if you haven't completed all of those. And the next one that I'm going to show after this very short drop-off is another long distance pick up a drop-off. That should you have not got all 4 in place, which if you're following this video, you will have got this done. But there is another swarmer there that you can take out as well. Now, by the way, in order to finish this particular challenge, there's only 2 ways that will happen. One is to let the timer run out, and given that I've got over 3 minutes of time, it's quite a long wait. Or you just have to dump the cart into some deep water. And I actually missed the chance of another swarmer there, but I'm not overly worried about that. That is quite a difficult one to get, especially when you're going at the speed that I'm going at here. So there we go. I think I've shown enough now for this particular challenge. It's just looking now for somewhere to dump this this cart in order to finish the challenge. And stupidly I go into one of the shallowest sections, but that's no problem. I'll just head over here, because guaranteed this lake section here most definitely will be deep enough. And there we go. The beauty of doing these first 3 challenges in the way that I show is that you don't require any rings for them whatsoever. And there we go, I've got a new reputation level. That's me on to rep level 3 now. And some of these rings can actually be upgraded in full now. But, moving on. As you can see there, that is Dead Don't Ride taken care of fully. Now, these are the patches that I've actually picked up so far, because I didn't actually show them before. One is to do with health. The second one, that is the one that is really important. Plus 3 penetration increase. That is all to do with if you're shooting at a lot of freakers, the bullets will go through more of them, so you'll get more kills. The one for Dead Don't Ride is a load of crap, to be quite honest. Slightly beneficial to some of the biking challenges, that is it. But anyways, moving on to Drifter's Run. And what I required to get done, I am going to be taking out over 2 runs. The first, I'll take out the sub-challenges, which are Airtime, Ramped Up, and Slider. And on the final run, I will take out the other sub-challenge, which is called Furious. But right now, I want to get a couple of rings in place. Now, I can't get them fully upgraded, but they're still going to be highly beneficial, especially Snake. That is going to repair your bike when you are doing drifting. So, now that I've got the rings in place, let's get to it. Okay, now, it's worth noting, I am following a route where I am passing some of these areas where you're required to pick up the bandages, but for this particular run, you could actually do this without even going to these particular areas. I'm just showing this route because it shows where to get the jumps in place, and it shows very clearly where you need to get to, because there is one very specific section of this route that I do the most of my work on. I will not be finishing this run at the finishing line, that's for sure. Right now, I'm just looking to hit these particular ramps. I'm not worried too much about the speed. although I do need a certain amount of airtime, that's alright. When I get to the one section that I'm looking to get to, it's a very easy affair to take care of indeed. And I'm just about at it. Because this area now, this long stretch of road is where I'm going to take out all of what I need to take care of. I'm starting with the drifting. In order to get the drifting to a gold standard, you require 20 seconds of drifting. And as you can see, I'm close to getting this completed already. It's sitting at 16 of 20 right now. That's the one that's showing the drifting. Now, as well as this, I'm looking to get 14 jumps over these ramps. And I've got 10 of the 14 of those taken care of. Now, as well as this, and that's me actually taking care of the drifting there as well, I also require 30 seconds of airtime from whether it be ramps or any jumps at all. Doesn't have to be ramps, but given that these ramps are here all lined up, it just makes taking care of two of the sub-challenges together very easily. And by the way, another thing that people are not always aware of, you can use the ramps more than once. I've already jumped over these ramps, but every time I use them again, they are going to count. So here we go. That is 13 of the 14 required. But I do have 5 seconds still to get of airtime, so that's fine. I'm just going to head back up here and I'm going to do these again. And I should get that taken care of very nicely. As you can see, I've still got over a minute of time here. And one thing I would advise, because I've come quite close to hitting that sign on a couple of occasions, actually take the time to follow the direction that the arrow is pointing in. Will make your life a whole lot easier. Especially in that first jump, but here we go. I know I just require 2 more seconds. That is it. That is everything taken care of that I'm looking for on this one particular run. I obviously can't go for the Furious sub-challenge because I'm way over time. But there is a horde in this section here, and that will get the job done in terms of finishing this first run very nicely. Now, I've also managed to get a silver score out of that particular one, so that's a nice bonus. But doing it the way I do, you're kind of expected to get that. But here we go, the last sub-challenge required, Furious. You've simply got to complete the challenge in less than 3.5 minutes. Not actually a tough ask when you do it the way in which I show. Now this time, yes, it is very important to go through all of these glowing circle areas. This is where you have to pick up the bandages required en route to the finish line. So again, I'm just going to take a run route that is very quick, but worth noting, you don't have to go over every single jump that I'm going over here. The one that I just went over there, yes, I recommend on that one, obviously, because you're jumping over. But this next one coming up, for example, you could just go to the side of it. This one here, I do recommend that you go over, because it just makes life a whole lot easier. But from here now, yeah, I'm ignoring that ramp to the left of me. It's not required. I've already taken care of that sub-challenge. I am, though, just going to go over that cliff section there, and then head right down to the very bottom here. Now, from here, I'm not looking to engage the horde in any way, shape or form, because they are on the lower level. Just head along this way, and then I'm looking to head up to my left here. Now, when I've gone through this particular circle, I'm looking just to stay to the top left area here, because it just gives you a nice pathway that gets you over to the main track that you need to get on. Once you're on here, you're going a lot quicker. Again, that's another section that you have to go through. That particular ramp you do have to take. Not a difficult one to do though. And make sure to go through that particular circle. And that's it. I'm not even going to bother with that last ramp there because that could potentially do a lot of damage to the bike. All I have to do now is to find the finish line. And I've done that with a whopping 28 seconds to spare. And again, I managed to get another silver score for this particular challenge. 80,000 is required, but I'm not asking anybody to go for that. You don't need to. Like I say, I'm showing all the easiest things to get in place. And that's a reputation level increased again, so I'm now on rep 4. Now, the next challenge that I'm going to be taking on is going to be Reloaded. And I expect to take care of everything on this challenge. Albeit, I'm going to do it in 2 runs. But I'll just bring this up and show what I'm going to take care of first. One shot, resourceful and concentrated are all going to get taken care of on this run. But I want to get rings in place for this. And I'm very fortunate because the rings required for this I can have in play and to their maximum benefits. Because these 2 particular rings have been fully unlocked. I can upgrade them both to level 3. The only one that I will not take care of here is going to be Pyromaniac. But that's fine. I will do that on a second run to get that taken care of. This is one of the easiest challenges there is, so might as well take full use of it. Now, if you're playing on the remastered version of Days Gone, you may find that this horde is upon you a little bit quicker than what they are with me right here. I am playing on the original version of the challenges, but trust me, you can still get this done. It's all about using the BFG here, all 15 shots, in order to get 2 of the sub-challenges taken care of. One of the sub-challenges is all about getting kills when in focus mode. That is why I kept to the focus mode throughout all 15 of those shots. If you don't happen to get the other one, which is to do with penetrative kills, you can take care of that at the end of this challenge. But right now, I'm working on the resourceful challenge. And it's all about getting the freakers to cross over these pallets that are forming makeshift bridges and having them all fall down in order to get the kills. Now, if you don't get the full 60 required from the first 2 areas, that third one there will definitely get the job done. But right now, I'm just looking to go for explosive kills, and also I'm going to use a couple of pipe bombs here as well. The reason why I don't bother with the Pyromaniac too much for this particular run is that I simply don't have enough freakers at the end in order to get the 125 kills required for the gold sub-challenge for that particular Pyromaniac. But as you can see there, the gold score is 80,000 points. I've now got that. Again, going for the barrels all the time is one of the best ways in order to ensure that you get to that 80,000, because not only are you going after one of the sub-challenges like Pyromaniac, where you will pick up bonuses even if you get to a bronze level for it, but you will also get burning kills as well, and they score 5 times higher. And at the end of this challenge, yeah, it all ramps up. But right now, all I'm looking to do is to take them all out here. 23,000 point bonus. So I've gone well past the gold score required. Got 3 of the 4 sub-challenges taken care of, which just leaves Pyromaniac left. And of course, I've got the patch unlocked for this, but it's not a particularly interesting patch, so... Moving on to the last sub-challenge for this, and this is going to be Pyromaniac. Like I say, it's shown there 75 kills, but for the gold requirement, you require 125. So I'm looking to take out that barrel. And after this, I'm going to move to the PDW, and I've got a very specific run route that I'm looking to take them on in order to get this done. I start there now. I purposefully moved to the BFG here, because I want a gun that's going to go through these freakers. As you can see there, I had 2 that were covering my target line there, but never a problem when you've got the BFG. And of course, with the extra bullet penetration from the ambush camp rush patch, then yeah, it makes getting these shots very easy indeed. I am looking every time here just to try and bunch them up a bit by jumping up onto certain areas. And it just ensures that when you do fire away, yeah, you're generally going to get the maximum amount of damage. Which for the barrels, it's going to be 20 kills every time. So this one here, just about done. And there is 3 barrels very nearby. Now the first one, yep, always go for this one. The second one here that I'm going to take on, you don't have to. That's optional. Because the more important one is right here. Just go through that gap in the fence line and just wait here. Because you're guaranteed with the way they're congregating here, you're going to get a maximum 20 kills there. If you didn't have the 125 already, you would get them on that last shot. And that's it. That is reloaded, well and truly taken care of. Now then, moving on to the next challenge. And the one that I'm going to be going after next is Dead Before Daylight. And this is another one of the challenges where in one run I can take care of absolutely everything. Now, the rings for this particular challenge are exactly the same as the previous challenge, so I don't need to change those. And this is how you get the job done for everything required here. After Reloaded, I would say this is probably the second easiest challenge to take care of. So I'm going for a certain set of items every time here, leading down to this section here. And now I've got 4 attractors at my disposal. As well as this, I've got 2 focus cocktails. Because the very first sub-challenge that I'm going after is going to be getting 50 kills while in focus mode. So here we go. Truth be told, tractor is not desperately required here, but I just out of habit I use it at the start just to get them bunched up. But as they're coming in here now, just going to take them out as they present themselves. And as I said before, 50 kills are required in order to get to the gold standard of this. But honestly, for this particular challenge, if you do it all in the order that I'm doing it here, it's not a tough ask at all. So I'm well over halfway there. I'm now going to get the second focus cocktail into play. Just give them a chance to get into the room. If you're playing on the remastered version, do be aware that sometimes you can get a little bit of company to your left hand side as well. But there really isn't too much in the way of differences here. Now, I don't quite have the 50 kills while in focus taken care of yet, but that's no problem. I know the next lot of freakers are going to be in this section here. And there we go. That now taken care of. So, I do have a lot of protection here, so I'm going to take full advantage of this. The one thing though I can't stress enough is there is a barrel in the right hand corner here, so do be aware of that when you're shooting them. I am going to use that barrel, but just not quite yet. I'm going to keep going for a little while here just with the kills. That's no problem. I've still got the SMP9 here. I can reload on ammo fairly soon, because there is one section where I will get time to do this. Yep, wave 3 incoming. As soon as I see that, that is my cue to basically just step back. I will hit that barrel. Yep, there's some ammunition there that I might as well take advantage of. A quick roll there, because obviously I've got the ring that will allow me to fully reload the weapon. Now I'm looking to get another one of these attractors down. It just needs to be there. That will be fine. I don't even need to wait too long there. I'll get some more ammunition just for the hell of it. So As you can see already, I've got 36 of 50 kills that are required. I'll get the last of them here. Truth be told, that particular tractor there should have been thrown slightly before the barrel. I didn't want it to be quite as near, but you know what? There's enough there to get the job done. After that, I'm looking to head upstairs, and this is where I'm going to finish this challenge. I've still got one attractor, which I didn't fucking throw the first time, but that's okay. That last attractor is just to make sure that I have time to pick up the growler, because this is another one of the sub-challenges. You need to get 100 kills using the growler. Now, the last sub-challenge is all based on simply staying in the house for the full 5 minutes of this particular challenge, and that takes care of itself. I'm now at the stage here. They're all running at me through a very narrow corridor, so they're just lined up superbly. And even if I do run out of ammunition with the growler, and by the way, if you take the time to fire the growler in short bursts as opposed to keeping your hand held on the trigger, you will have more than enough ammunition to get the 100 kills that you require. In fact, more often than not from this position, you're good with the growler for the rest of the challenge. I've got 1 minute left, not worried in the slightest. This is the beauty of this thing. It's an incredibly powerful weapon, and they're all running straight at you. That is the gold score taken care of, which was just shy. 47,500 points is the gold required, but yet you're usually guaranteed to have a score of around 60,000 when doing the run in the way that I'm showing here. I didn't even need to mention the gold score because it's pretty much a certainty if you're just following what I'm doing here. And of course, this will get a fantastic amount of reputation points. Because truth be told, there is only 2 more challenges that I need to bother with after this one. The next one coming up is going to be Keep Them Safer, and then after that, it's going to be Outride. But there we go. Job done. 100%. Very nice indeed. I'll just wait to get confirmation of, there we go, the new rep level. President, that is level 5. And this is hugely important for the next challenge that is coming up, because one of the sub-challenges on the next challenge requires a particular ring, and it has to be fully upgraded, this particular ring. So the challenge is Keep Them Safer, and the ring that I require is the Fleur-de-Lis. If you're not at rep level 5, you will not be able to fully upgrade this particular ring. Now, as well as the Fleur-de-Lis, I'm also going to be using the Lionheart ring, which I already have in place here, so no need to change anything else. But the target sub-challenges here are Bolted, Untouchable and Needless Risk, which I expect to get a gold standard on for all of those. In Scope, I expect to get a bronze, which is 30 headshots, and I do expect to get a gold score here as well, which is 165,000 points required to do this. So, start off here, just use the bike there to get some more ammunition. Then I'm going straight to the crossbow, and I'm going to be doing all the firing from up here. I want to make sure that I keep my distance, obviously, and I am purposefully firing to the left of this horde. The only time I will ever start to break over to the right section is when I'm very close to getting the 50 bolt kills. Because if you stop for any significant period of time, even firing the crossbow, all of a sudden you're going to get company up here. So I'm having to reload there on the bolts, but I'm getting back to the firing here very quickly. Now that's me got the silver standard for the bolt kills right now, but yeah, it's the gold that I want, and unfortunately the last few shots here have not been very good at all, but never mind. Getting there slow but surely. As you can see, the effects of having that Fleur-de-Lis ring are huge. When you're firing into a group of them, you're normally getting at least 2 kills, sometimes 3, even 4, if you're lucky enough. But right now, I am very close to getting the 50 bolt kills that I require, even though, yeah, the last one I will go over to the right. Now, once I've got the 50 kills, that's it. I'm moving from that position. I know there is going to be freakers heading up there, but it doesn't matter. They're never going to see me. I'm looking to get to another very specific area in order to start the next part of my attack. Because now it's all about working on making sure that I do not take any hits or take any damage. And I can't stress this enough, folks. No dive rolls. You cannot do them on this challenge. If you do, you will lose an incredible amount of points. Which is what makes this one actually quite a tricky challenge, because a lot of people will forget about this. So right now, that's it. I've got their attention. I've already got a good number of kills. I'm looking to get 1 or 2 headshots in here, because they're lined up nicely. Then I'm hitting that tanker. From here, looking to head over to this vehicle. Now, the freakers have only got one way to get to you. You're safe from the sides and at the back. They can only get to you from the front of that vehicle. So at this point, I want to get a focus cocktail in place, because now I'm looking to get the 30 headshots that are required. And I'm actually very lucky at this point. I've virtually had them done before I even had to turn around here. But if I was missing a few, that's where I get the last of them. Right now, this lot are just going to be running a flipping a run of death, essentially, because there is so many explodables here. I'm just going to thin the numbers out in a big way. In fact, I don't have that much of the numbers to take out. So again, when they get a bit closer, yeah, that'll do there. That'll take out a few. And the last section, I run down this fence line. It's a fantastic way to ensure that they're all lined up for you. You're not going to get any surprise attacks from the side. And that's it. You do it like that, you will ensure a gold score, and you will take care of virtually everything else. Now, of course, I do have the option that I could do another run and just go after the 110 headshots required in order to get a gold on the last sub-challenge, but I'm not going to do that. Just very quickly going to show what the particular patch for that one was. Your focus decreases slower. A nice one to have, but right now it's moving on to the last challenge that is going to get the job done for this video, and it's going to be Outride. So, very important, I want these rings changed. And you will see, even with everything that I've got so far, I will not be able to fully upgrade both of these rings. The first one, which is the most important, drifting repairs damage on your bike, yeah, that can be fully upgraded. But this last one that I'm going for, bike damage is reduced while boosting, yeah, I can only get that to level 2. But this is the last challenge before that will change. So, 2 sub-challenges are going to be taken care of over 2 runs, and the first one that I'm going to be going after is Desert Drifter. This simply requires you to get 25 seconds of drifting in place throughout the entire run. Now, at the very beginning, I will go through the arches here. Very important because it does keep the time going, but I won't be going through them all, that's for sure. Because once I get to this section, that's it. Now I'm just going to start with the drifting. That's all I'm bothered about. Don't really need to worry about anything else here. You have a lot of room around this area. There's not that much in the way of problems yet. There is 1 or 2 freakers about. But do you know what? It's not a problem. If they get too close, you can either just run them over with a bike or shoot them. Now, there is another sub-challenge, sorry, that actually requires you to take out so many of these freakers, 15 in total. But I'm going to take that one out on the next run. And there's a very, very easy way to do that. You don't have to be on the bike the entire time to get that done, that's for sure. But right now, It's just all about getting the gold on the sub-challenge here. And there we go, I've got it. What you will also find is that you will probably, because you are constantly doing drifting, the sick line will still be going strong. And I've got a bronze on that particular one as well. Wasn't aiming for it, but you just automatically get it. As you can see here, yep, a bronze on the sick line, but a gold on the desert drifter. So that's taken me very close indeed to getting what I require here. But now it's all going to be about Road Killer. Let's do this. Okay. Again, I'm going to be looking to follow the archers. They just give you a little bit of extra time every time you go through them. So definitely worth doing it. Not only that, it's pretty much the safest route as well. I will take the time here to actually go over this particular jump, because there is actually more freakers that you can potentially shoot on this section. Now, I'm not bothered how many I actually get here. That sounds strange when I'm saying that I need to get 15, but you'll see exactly why in just over a minute. Because this particular challenge has a horde. And I'm just going to wait until I get to the horde, and whatever I am missing in terms of freaker kills, I'll get them then. I've got the Eliminator at my disposal here as a side weapon. Pretty decent side weapon for the job that I need to do here, by the way. And yeah, this will do nicely. Just get off the bike here. Make sure that the Eliminator is in play. And I only require 7 kills. Truth be told, I could have just waited until I got over here and taken them all, well, taken out as many as possible. Especially as I could have, because they come from the lower section there, I could have started running up the hill and then just picking them off at my own leisure. But there we go, I've already more than made this. And this will get the job done. Just waiting for it to pop up. There we go, that is it. The road to the founder rank has been achieved. Now, if you didn't have it done at this point, you could potentially do another run on Outride and just go for 33 seconds worth of airtime. That would get you another bunch of reputation points. But right now, that is it. Job has been done here. I'm just going to show now that every single ring is now available to use and can be fully upgraded. I'm just going to upgrade everything that I've got here, even though 1 or 2 of these rings I will probably never ever use. That one there, for example, Vampire. And Reaper as well. Brave man if you want to go with some of these, but they do have their uses on 1 or 2 challenges, but the Joker is a huge one when it comes to the Survive challenge, and of course Ambush Camp Rush. You can use it effectively for that, but right now, just get all these in place. And what it effectively means now is that for any of the other challenges that you want to go for, especially some of the more difficult ones, the Endless Horde challenges and whatnot, you are in an absolutely fantastic place to go after them. And obviously for any other challenges where you want to go for the gold scores and unlock everything else that comes with these, you're just now in a super place. The whole point of this video was to show the easiest way that I consider in order to get from rep level 1 to rep level 6. And that is it, folks. That is the job done. All I can say is thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.